Miki and Willa are still fighting, but Scott's priorities are on his kids. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz.
Welcome to the Flip It Like Disick after show, guys. We are on episode 2 tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Rivette Soro, and to my left, we have the king of Calabasas himself, Mr. On McHale.
Hi, guys.
And to his left is the reality TV show king, Eric Sinsley.
Thank you guys for having me tonight.
And to his left, it's Missy Vernier, who loves all things Kardashians.
Yes, hey guys.
We're so excited to be here tonight. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
What were your, we have a lot to go over tonight. First, Miki and Willa are still fighting, of course. And they're working on the Jed Smith house, which seems to take up most of the episode. Meanwhile, Scott is building his kids a playhouse. And we have some exclusive AfterBuzz TV news tonight, as well as a special video message from some of the cast members. So stay tuned till the very end. First, before we get into everything, please, I want to know your overall thoughts.
Wow, I love this episode. Like, first of all, Courtney is back.
Yes.
Courtney is
Yes.
back. I hope to see more of her, but it was very cute. I love the whole episode. It's getting into the drama, it's getting into everything, and I love it.
Eric?
I feel like Scott is definitely setting us up for a loss for when we want to build our kids a treehouse. So we might as well just not even try.
So unfair.
Yeah.
It has
Missy.
recessed lighting, the playhouse. But anyways, my thoughts, Scott loves spending money, and I enjoy watching him spend his money, and I'm just excited to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I'm jealous of the central AC.
Yeah.
Like, what?
so fun.
I would have been happy with the fan, guys. Like, that's just not fair.
Yeah, but it's dangerous.
Okay,
Please.
you're right. You're right. The major drama of this episode was Willa versus Miki. I did not think that would continue, but I mean, here we are. They are really going at it this episode. Whose team are we on?
I'm on Willa's team.
Yeah, I'm on Willa's
Team
team.
Willa for sure.
Really? Why are you on Willa's team?
You know, Miki just seems so, complicated sometimes. Like, one minute he's, like, on everyone's game. Like, he kind of... And Willa is more so keeps everyone on track, with the project. And Miki kind of gets distracted by other things in the house. So I just feel like he just plays hardball with her.
And it seems like Miki is just starting trouble for no reason. Like, he's trying to make things difficult for everyone for why?
Yeah. I feel like you have some thoughts on this.
Yeah, I have something else to say, actually. After meeting him this week, I do think that he's actually in a weird situation, because he used to work with Benny and Scott in Flip Houses, and now they brought Willa to make a great show. So she's basically stepping on his place, He's used to do all this stuff, and now somebody else is there, trying to create drama, trying to create a show, and he's trying to do a job. I mean, it's all a show, but at the same time, they're trying to work here. And I love her, she's great, but at the same time, she's stepping on his place, so like, I'll feel the same way. I'll be crazy too.
But Scott brought her on just to take off the pressure from Miki, just to help with setting up the house and like getting the furniture in and helping with. They just need to learn to be. They're a team. Like everyone's a team with Scott, and I think they're just losing that totally. So they need to do a lot of team building exercises.
No, for sure. They need to know how to work together. But yeah.
I see both sides. Sorry, I get why Miki gets frustrated when he feels like this is his space and this is his house and his project. But Willa is on the team now, so she does, I think, have every right to take her measurements. But I don't really know much about house building. I don't know if that's something you do during the demo or if you wait, but it seems like she's on a tight deadline. I just don't know. I understand both of their frustrations.
Yeah, and it does seem like that Willa feels that Miki is undermining her role, because she keeps saying, I'm a designer, not a stager. So it seems like I can't decide if Miki feels intimidated or if he feels like she's crossing over his line of work. So
that's interesting.
I don't know.
I feel like he's both intimidating and she's crossing over the boundaries, like stepping on his toes, like what An was saying.
Yeah.
But also, what is the difference between a designer and a stager? I mean,
Yeah, I'm asking the same question.
it
Beats
seems,
me.
yeah, and it seems like the designer's role is to make it feel like when the buyers are coming in, that it feels like a home versus, you know, when you like walk into an open house and it just feels staged?
Yeah.
So I think that's the point that she's trying to make to us and to viewers, and especially to Miki, that she has this certain expertise that she's bringing to the table.
Right.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
What about the budget splitting? So Miki got what, 600,000, and Willa only got 200,000. Do we think
But
that's
listen,
fair?
it makes sense because like he is actually building something in the house. She
Right.
needs to bring furniture. So like furniture, you can obviously they want high end, but you can get it for less than to build something, to build a bath, to build that. Like it costs money, more money.
But it sounds like Willa is also doing a lot of like the custom like cabinetry
Yes.
work. So she's
Yes.
also doing like the wood making in the house as well as Miki. So that's why they're having that tension between each other. But on top of that, you know, just designing this house, I don't know what the square footage is, but it's a huge house, especially. So I just think, you know, they could have just went even on like they could have the same budget. But you know, Miki was like, no, I want more.
Yeah.
He's, you know, masculine and all that. So
And what I will side with Miki is that Willa should give him a heads up. Hey, you know, he is the contractor, and it kind of seems like a contractor is the top of the umbrella underneath Scott in terms of job roles. And so I think she should give him a heads up. Hey, can I come by at noon today? And she is just kind of showing up at the property.
yeah, I agree
Right.
with that.
So
Especially
They just
when
need to work together.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Not I'll do my own thing, you'll do your own thing. Like you building a house together.
Yes.
Yeah, especially when it seems like she was asking his crew for help when, I mean, obviously those people work under him, so I'm sure he doesn't want them to get distracted or anything helping Willa or whatever with the design elements that she's doing.
But do you think that she went to Mickey's guy because her budget was so low she couldn't bring her own team on? So she was outsourcing
that's a good point.
Mickey's.
I think she had her own team because like you can see from the trailers of the show that like she's working with like 4 more girls that helping her, and like she had like the whole
Right.
team. But
yeah,
like,
in last episode she had her team, but I'm saying because of her budget
But
this week
I
was
don't
so,
know if
like could she
that-
not
Yeah.
pay?
I don't believe that she's working by herself on this whole house.
Yeah.
I'm sure that she needs somebody to work with.
Maybe
her.
she just asked Mickey's guy that he was probably
Because
already
he
at
was
the
there,
house.
yeah.
And she,
Instead of bringing somebody,
Yeah.
like somebody like from the closet that she's building, so it's probably she was like, just take the measurement for me.
Yeah.
Right. So in her
think so.
mind, she was maybe helping everyone and like
Saving.
saving money.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's not how Miki took it. But she did confront him. She went to his office. My heart stopped when she knocked on that door. I was like, this is not going to be good.
Yes, and I loved how she commented on the decor of his office with like the bears and the wood.
Yeah.
It was definitely a call out.
That was kind of my first thought, too. I was like, wow, I thought his office would be a little bit nicer than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Did we like their, I mean, not did we like, but their conversation in his office? I know it really didn't end well, but do we think she came in with pure intentions?
No.
I do. I do.
Really? Why do you think so?
I don't know. I think she seems pure of heart, and she just wants to do her job well. And she said we need to work together. And then he said I agree. And then he comes back with it's my way or no way.
Yeah.
Well,
So that
I take
was
that back, yeah. I do think she came with pure intentions, but then again, he just, you know, doubled down and was like, no, my way or the highway.
yeah. He's not budging with her.
Yeah, but I feel like she came like you guys think that she came like very pure and like, you know, I'm trying to like talk to you, but I feel like she came with an attitude from the first moment. Like she walked in like, oh, we're not getting along, so let's just have this conversation and like, you know, move on.
I can see that. And again,
She just came with agenda.
Yeah.
And like, so I understand like both sides, but I feel like I understand him more because like she's very like attitude kind of girls, and I saw it like in the first episode and I said that, so I feel like, you know, it's just hard because
Yeah.
She's coming and stepping on your place, and then just come and let's just talk normally.
Yeah.
Hopefully after this like rope thing that they did, something will change.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell, but I'm not the best judge of character. Like, if someone has a smile on, I just think they're the most amazing person. So to me, she seemed pure. I don't know, though. I don't know. I loved the rope activity, though.
Yeah, that was
I could
cute,
never
yeah.
do that. I'm so terrified of heights. But I love that for them. I think it really was like a good team building activity. Did you like that, On?
I love that. Like, it's funny, and I feel like it will help. I feel like their relationship will get better later on because everybody knows that they are like so.
Yeah.
So I feel like now they will. Maybe it'll go to a better place.
Yeah, and
Let's hope.
what was funny is that Scott set that up, and Scott and Courtney did that ropes course like 4 or 5 years ago when they were trying to get
This
the
is why you are the reality TV king.
Yes.
We needed that.
Yeah. So, and I think it helped them, obviously not in the long run, but I think maybe he was reminiscing, saying, what can I do to make my team get along? And so it's kind of cool to see that come full circle.
Yeah. And like,
Scott
he
is
really
like
cares.
maturing, and he's becoming like he needs to be a leader and get his team together. And he sees the rift between Miki and Willa, so he's like, okay, let's try to think of an exercise that can get them to work together. I felt like in the beginning they just did not want to do it at all, but then they warmed up. They're like, okay, we got to do this. But I think during like the later episodes, I think they should keep doing these team exercises together, because she never worked with these people before, you know, like her and Scott are friends, but she never worked with Benny or Miki, so this is all new, you know. So
Yeah, and she's coming into what seems like a very male-dominated work environment where everyone's like, I'm the man. Mickey's like, I'm the man.
But she's also like the man too. Like,
Yeah.
she's not
Which is
like
good.
this
She
like
also has a
girly girl.
voice.
She's a boss.
boy.
Yeah.
She is a boss, and I love her for that. And I love Scott for really stepping in, because it seems like he wanted to just sort of let them figure it out, but then he decided to step in before it got real bad and somebody like quit the job or walked off the scene. So I'm glad he got involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally.
and we want you to get involved, and Missy is going to tell you how you can get involved.
we just want to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. For us to continue to grow, we need your help. So make sure to subscribe on YouTube, give us a rating on iTunes, and leave us a comment. And also, guys, if you're watching, make sure to jump in that live chat, and Eric here will give you a shout out.
Yes. We're ready. We're ready for you guys.
We're waiting for you in the live chat. So they're working on the Jed Smith house this week. Last week we saw them working on the Malibu house, and they talked about they haven't sold the Malibu house yet, but they decided to invest in this house. Do we think that will pay off in the long run, or do you think they're going to lose some money?
It's a money pit for sure. They want to move too much stuff, the chimney, the furnace, all this wall stuff. Like, it's just going to add up. And especially they don't have the budget for it. It's just, I feel like they're going to lose money on the house for sure.
And last week, someone else had put an offer in for, I think, 3.2 or 3.1. And so Scott convinced his business partner, Benny, to go in at 3.2, 3.5. And so we will see. They want to be all in at $4 million. So we will see if the profit is worth it.
Is that realistic?
No. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm like so against this house. And like during the first episode of like the season, Benny was like, no, let's just do like the Hidden Hills. And like Scott was like, no, let's do the Jed Smith. I think he would have made more money on the Hidden Hills house than the Jed Smith house for sure.
But we also got to remember that Scott's name is attached to this. So
True.
Exactly. So money will be here.
yeah, the money will come.
And I know, like, they're working so hard and they're gonna change so many things. This house will be sold for a lot more money than they're thinking.
Yeah,
like
true.
it's just gonna be listed for crazy amount of money.
It's just going to take a long time to get there.
Yeah. So it's just like money is sitting there, but it will get somewhere because they're doing something crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's a high risk, high reward situation,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
at the end of the day, I think they're all very good at what they do, and
Yes.
they know how to make money. And
Have you ever heard of someone moving a pool? Like, I've never heard that before.
Yes, I have.
But
Really?
have you?
Wow, how do you even do that? Like, that's insane.
You need some money to do
For
that.
sure.
That's what you need. You need money and you need Mickey.
Yes.
we need to make it.
Yeah.
Where exactly are they trying to move it? Like
I think
where
where
the
the-
basketball
the-
court?
Where the
I think
basketball court
so,
was, and
yeah.
Mickey does not want the basketball court to leave.
Yeah.
Are we pro basketball court?
I love basketball.
I am
it's
pro.
Cute.
I'm pro, but I probably wouldn't use it if I, like, lived there. I know
Yeah,
that sounds
it's
crazy,
fun for
though.
pictures, though.
Yeah, and I feel like it is not a selling point.
Right.
But I don't know.
But people like it. It's like, oh my god, I have a basketball.
Yeah.
You know?
Or it could be
like a tennis court. I have this in my house.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh wow.
Just to
Even
brag
though, like,
about
you're
it.
not using it.
It could be multi-purpose though. You can use it as a tennis court too if you don't play basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Or
you
like
could
whatever.
play foursquare, you know, a little racquetball.
But
Racquetball.
also,
Whatever the kids are
Kourtney
doing these
Kardashian
days.
have that in her house, and like the kids are driving their little cars there, so like you can use it for
Yeah.
something, you know.
Yeah.
They have
Sure.
all their
It's
mini
beautiful to
Mercedes
have.
parked there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just beautiful to have. I feel like so.
All the essentials. So Lindsay, who we were introduced to last week, but we got more of a glimpse of her this week, who's Scott's assistant. What are your overall thoughts of her? Because she did talk about the house, and she talked about the tabloids, and she was freaking out over the comments of Scott purchasing this. What do they call it? Like a dump? They called it like a trashy house or something. What do we think of that? She was kind of freaking out a little bit.
Well, we don't know her yet, but I'm getting to love her because I feel like she really cares about him, not just like his assistant getting paid and going home. I feel like she's actually involved, and I can't wait to see more of her. She seemed funny too, so.
I mean, I like Lindsay, but I think I would be Scott's better assistant.
Obviously.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Obviously.
That's so funny. No, look, I think Lindsay's pretty cool. I don't know much about her, but I think she just wants Scott to make like financially well-based decisions, like not purchasing something just off like, oh, I want to buy this. So I think that's why she was freaking out though.
I didn't love her reaction because as Scott's assistant, she's talking about, oh my goodness, look at these comments, they're going in on you, and she's freaking out. She's riling him up, and he doesn't care, but if he did care, like if she did have that effect on him, she might make it worse for him, and he might be like, F this, like, and so I didn't love her, but I definitely think Eric would be a better assistant.
I 100% agree.
Let's give her a chance.
Well, and although that did not seem very professional, on the flip side, it does come off like she cares about him and she cares about his success. But yes,
Very
I could
true.
totally see how that
It was genuine.
Yes.
It did feel very genuine. I do respect that very much.
Yeah, because I think she looks at Scott as like her friend. So like, wouldn't you react in that way if your friend was like, "What did you do?" Like type of feeling. So
Very true. Yeah, I can't control my emotions either, so I totally get it. Scott's focused on, well, all this drama is going on. He is building his kids a playhouse. And we get a glimpse of Kourtney and their amazing co-parenting skills. I know you were excited to see Kourtney this week.
Yeah, love her.
Yes.
I love her, guys. First of all, if I don't have, but my ex-boyfriend, like the father of my kids, will come and be like, "Oh, I'm building this playhouse in your garden." I'll be like, "No." So I'm like, "Wow, good for you, girl," because like it's in the middle of like just like. I'll be like, no, but she's so cute, and I feel like they're so cute together, like co-parenting. Like I love Sophia, but I'm sorry, I'm like Team Kourtney. So
Always.
But it's like, what 3 fortunate kids are going to get a 10-foot, $100,000 central AC'd?
with recessed lighting, you have to bring that in there.
I mean, it's amazing.
Listen, for the long run, it's cute. When they're like 14, 15, bringing friends, they're outside of the house.
Yeah, like, can I rent that out? Because that space is bigger than my bedroom right now.
Same.
It's bigger than my studio. No, I think when he brought up the idea to Kourtney, she was like a little weary, like, what? Why are you building this? They don't need it. Like, I think that's how she was thinking, because she was like, that's so
But you'll
random.
be the same way. It's in your home.
I would be the same way. Like, we don't need that. They have plenty of room.
But then at the end of it, she was like, should we match the stucco to our house, or should we match our, our table outside? So I think she was all for it.
Yeah.
And all her sisters are going to get it, too. The backyard, they're going to get the same playhouse.
I did think it was awesome, though, that Scott put it at Kourtney's house, built it at Kourtney's house, so that the kids could, feel Scott when he wasn't there and, get a sense of dad. And it just shows how much he's matured over the years, because if it was
But my
old Scott...
question is it actually going to stay there? Like, is she actually okay with that, or she did it for the show? That's another question.
We'll wait and see on the Kardashians. Because they always show those backyard shots. So we'll see.
Let's see. I'm waiting.
But it's just $100K. We can just, get rid of it.
Oh, yeah. Pocket change. I was surprised at Kourtney's reaction. I thought she would be like, absolutely not. You are not doing anything in my backyard. She only complained about the noise a little bit, which was fine. And then she was putting in her input about, putting in a fan, God forbid. But, I mean, that was a good point. That was a good point. She said their fingers could get stuck in there, and they went with central AC.
These kids are crazy.
Very true. And their reactions, Mason said, "It's lit." And Penelope said,
Yes.
"I can touch my tongue to my nose." That was their reaction. If I was a kid and my parents built me that, I'd probably be freaking out for like 3 weeks straight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they didn't really care.
Yeah. Penelope, of course,
that's
didn't.
great.
She was like, "Let me show you my new tongue trick."
Yeah.
love that for her.
They're flying private every week, so
Yeah.
this is on par for them.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love and respect Scott so much. We've seen his growth over the years, over the
Yes.
Kardashians, and I love that he touched on, his insecurities as a father in the past, and how he didn't want to be perceived as old or not cool anymore, and how he's really grown into his father role. And he was really honest about that, saying, I never pictured myself picking up my kids from school. Like, that's a big statement to say, and I love that he really put his all into this and really wants to be there for his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is cute.
Yeah, and I think the fact that his Beverly Hills time when he lived in Beverly Hills, I didn't really remember him living in Beverly Hills. I guess it's when he moved out of Courtney's house, that house that we saw tonight. So I guess the timeline of events is he did go to he was at Courtney's house, then he moved to Beverly Hills, and then I guess when he was trying to get his life back on track, he moved back to Calabasas, right?
Yeah. That's what it seems like. I didn't know that he lived in Beverly Hills too, but they made Beverly Hills seem like the root of all the
I
problems.
know. They made it seem like it was so evil.
Yeah.
It's like Beverly Hills is nice.
Yeah. Like, I'll take your Beverly Hills home if you don't want
I get
it.
why he was wild in Beverly Hills. It's in the city. It's all the clubs are there. Like, Calabasas hidden. He's so quiet and peaceful and family.
True.
So like, they were just like saying like, when he was there, he was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe he was wild in Courtney's house in Calabasas too.
Yeah, I think he's wild everywhere.
Exactly.
For the
He
most
used
part.
to be. So now he's
He's tamed.
on. Yeah.
He's toned, yeah, for
We
sure.
love a tamed Scott Disick. So that's it for the episode, and now we have some exclusive AfterBuzz TV news that An will tell us about.
Yes. So I sat down. Wait.
That was a little intro.
Gotta dance it out.
Yeah, I didn't dance. So I was sitting with Benny and Miki this week, and I just got some information from them. And basically, Calabasas Luxury Motors, the store, Scott have nothing to do with this store. It's Benny's store, 100%. He's the only owner, and like this is something that like was really surprising for me because like I'm watching Kardashians for years, and like I always ask myself, what is he doing? What Scott is doing? And it says that he's the owner of this store, and he's not. He have nothing to do with that. So this is something that was really surprising for me. I mean,
I have
Is it?
no idea. I mean, because they're portraying it as
and I
though
was
he
googling
is.
it, and I see that like everybody talking about the fact that this is what he does. He's selling cars. He owned this place. He have nothing to do with that. Like it's 100% Benny's. And also like what leads me to the fact that like we were talking about last week. People asking like, what's Benny here? Like, what's his like position here? He's the best friend, but no, he's the one that connected all of them. He sold the car to Miki. He sold the car to Scott.
Oh, that makes
Then they
sense.
started to flip houses. Benny is flipping houses for years before Scott started doing it. So now they're all doing it together. But Benny is the reason basically that we have a show.
Wow.
So like this was like something that they are not showing because Scott is the king here, which
Yeah.
is fine. But then without Benny, there's no show.
So last season on Keeping Up, there was an episode where Kim walks into that dealership, and Scott
So
is
sitting
behind
there.
the desk.
Yeah. So he was just there. That's the
it's
question.
staged.
My question is like,
Yes.
so that was like, he have nothing to do with this story, you know? And
Keeping
he said,
Up with the Kardashians is
but
staged.
Scott on the show, Scott on the Kardashian never said I own this
Right.
dealership.
Right.
Chris was saying it, everybody on the news said, but Scott was just saying, I'm selling cars. So who knows, maybe
Right.
he's buying cars from this store and selling them later. Like, he never said, but the news and
The
all
show
the news,
implied
yeah,
it.
and the show and Chris.
But
So.
at the end of the day, if Benny thinks that Scott can bring exposure to Benny's business ventures, maybe it's worth it to him.
So that he own it, but I don't think that they need really help. Like after seeing it, I think this place is doing great.
Yeah, they
but,
sell luxury cars.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt. That extra,
of
that
course.
exposure.
For
sure.
Benny's
But at
a
the
smart
same
man.
time,
Yes.
I would appreciate if he will give some more respect to like people behind this show besides Scott, because like I was sitting watching it last week and I was like, who is Benny, who is Cosette, who are these people? But in the same time, they are the reason for this show, and like I don't know, it was surprising.
Yeah, I did have that thought too, especially this episode. I said, oh, well, we didn't get much from Benny and his wife Cosette. She met with Scott briefly, but I was kind of like, what's their role really? Is he just like the best friend? So I do agree with you.
So Benny and Cosette are flipping houses for years.
Right.
Cosette got the real estate license because Benny didn't want to pay to other real estate. So they started to work together and they basically built a team with Miki and Scott and everything.
Yeah.
That's surprising. And another news is that I read everywhere, read it online and everything. Not a lot of people watched the first episode.
Yes.
It was like 495,000 people.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Scott was really, really devastated.
Did you read this from OK Magazine? Because that's where I got
read
it.
from Read Online.
Okay, but it was right underneath.
What did it say? What did it say?
It was saying the same thing. They were saying that he should bring on his girlfriend, Sophia. Yeah, and she could add in more viewership.
What do you think about that? I feel like the fact that she came to the show, like Kourtney is back, like I feel like that would bring more than Sophia. It's Kourtney Kardashian. Like Sophia is.
She'll be on.
I think
Yeah.
there's
I think
some
she's-
drama. Like they need drama. Like
Yes.
for example, if he had come to Kourtney and said, I want to build this, if she would have said no, absolutely not, like I said earlier, I think that would have created the drama that people love, the Kardashian drama, and that would have been like a good storyline, I think.
I agree.
Maybe some Sophia drama.
But
you know?
maybe
Yeah.
it will come.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Episode 2, guys. Wait a second.
But
I know.
they are incorporating some Kardashian life drama. You know, they're going back and reminiscing and painting a picture for
Oh,
us.
that's true.
So they are starting to bring that in a little bit.
Yeah. I was surprised. They did throw in some Kardashian clips. Just a refresher. It was nice.
Yeah, I
was
think they have to. That's where the viewers are here. I don't think
Yeah.
these viewers are here to learn how to like stage a plant.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I can only
I
take
feel
so
that.
much more of Miki and Willa fighting. Like that's great and all, but I think
People
viewers are
waiting
here
for
for
the
Kardashian
Kardashian
drama.
to show.
They definitely need a little
make
bit more
their parents.
storylines to
And
it,
I think that Chloe is coming back
Yes.
next episode. I saw in the trailer. So I think it will get.
And Chris was in the
better.
first episode,
Yeah.
so yeah, maybe like Kylie will show up, Kendall,
Kylie would never, but
Caitlyn, maybe.
Stormy
yeah,
cameo.
for sure.
Maybe
So I can't
Caitlyn,
wait.
I don't
can't wait
know.
to see where it goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And so now we have our special segment. Actually, we have to do predictions. Which we
Predictions.
kind of just actually got into a little
Yes.
bit, but we're going to continue and see what we think is going to happen next week.
Who wants to take it first?
Missy?
Okay. Okay, so my predictions for next week, they're going to still talk about the house. What is it? What's the name of it again? I forgot.
The Jed Smith.
The Jed Smith
Yes.
house. Yes, they're still going to have issues with that house. It's going to turn into a money pit. I can already tell. And they're just going to still, because Scott still didn't make money from that Malibu house. So that's going to still be drama spewing.
Yeah. I'm predicting, because this show was shot some odd months ago, that we are going to see Scott talk about Sophia and Kourtney colliding worlds and life together. So I think we're going to see that. And also, I did want to shout out to Annabella Ramirez for giving us a comment. She's feeling the bee vibes, darlings. So
Oh,
thank you guys
Love it.
for tuning in.
thank you.
Wow. I feel like I don't know. I don't think that Sophia actually is gonna be on the show.
I don't think so either.
I don't
No?
think so. I feel like we're just gonna like see this house getting like all the drama in between Miki and Willa and budget problems, and I feel like this house is gonna take a lot from like the whole show. But I hope that something else will happen, because like this house is great and everything, but I want more.
Yes. I definitely want more. I wish Sophia would be on it. I don't think I saw her in any of the promo, and I think she would be a big selling point, so I don't think she will be on it. I think the show is going to end up being Miki versus everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Him and Willa kind of got, they have their closure, they have their team building thing. Seems like next week it's going to be Miki versus Benny.
Ooh, yes.
And I think he might get his own spin-off show because he's just so fun to watch. Like Miki versus everybody. I'd watch it. Would you?
Yeah, of course. And I can't wait for a Miki and Scott showdown because I feel it brewing.
I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I think Scott's going to put him in his place.
Scott is very, like, trying to keep his team, like,
No way. I can see Scott being problematic. Yeah, that's who he is, so that would be funny.
Yeah. That's exciting. That's what I'm looking forward to. And now, guys, we have a special segment. We have a special message from 2 of the cast members who An actually got for us, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Flip It Like Disick fans, please keep watching this show. Stay tuned for the rest of the season. It is going to be amazing. You're going to love it. There is so much coming that you won't expect, especially this guy's got a lot of problems coming. We have a lot of problems with him. He's a big problem, and he loves it. So, what was that?
Hang glue, baby.
I don't know what that means.
Hang glue. That's what it means.
Hang glue?
That's so awesome. You got that?
Wow.
Listen, you guys need to move to Calabasas. We're having so much fun there.
Oh, I'm in Woodland Hills, so I'm not far. So I might stop by. I love that. Thanks for getting it.
Yeah,
that
that's awesome.
Yeah, so for anyone who's
Benny and Miki, for
listening.
having me.
Yeah, so anyone who's listening, that was a special message from Benny and Miki from the show who An got to chat with and hang out with, and they sent us a special message for you guys. So thank you for tuning in. And that's all we have for this week's episode. My name is Rivette Soro. You can find me on all social media platforms at Rivette Soro.
My name is An Mikael, and you can find me on I am An Mikael on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere.
And you guys can find me everywhere at Eric Sinsley.
Hey guys, you can follow me everywhere on Instagram, YouTube, all that at Missy Bernier.
Bye.
All right, guys. Good night, guys.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.